Hi and welcome. This is going to be a reading for Aries for the period during Sagittarius season leading up to Capricorn season. But regardless of whether you have Aries anywhere in your chart or when you come across this, there might still be a message if this has found you or you feel called to listen. So give us an energy for Aries, please. Meditate and contemplate. And then we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay. So there might be something that you're not clear on, Aries. We'll see if we can get any specifics. But meditate and contemplate is obviously saying there's something that you need to get clear on. And this is really weird that somehow with all the shuffling, both Pisces cards came out. So there's something significant around Pisces energy. I will say that I'm not an astrologer. I don't know the exact transits, but there's something around Neptune energy, feeling like in a dreamy, foggy headspace, or being confused. Hence the meditate and contemplate, or feeling disillusioned, having difficulty with mental clarity. And balance, spirituality, and practicality. I feel like if you are on a spiritual path, you might be considering spirituality and so much so that you're neglecting certain aspects of practical 3D everyday life, or vice versa. You might not be on a spiritual path and haven't considered energetic and spiritual concepts and principles and how we are affected. So whichever side you're on, there needs to be more of a balance between spirituality and practicality. I do want to check the book. I haven't read these cards in the book before, so let's see if there's anything else besides what I've mentioned. The new moon in Pisces is about dreams and romance, soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that connects to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. So either you could possibly be up in the clouds because you're falling in love, you've met someone. Doesn't have to be. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces can suggest a last-ditch chance to make dreams come true. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Facing your fears that may be holding you back. This situation is being healed. It's time to surrender. It's time to surrender to the divine and avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depth of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It's a sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. So what I'm getting is that this could be a relationship, or it just could be something that gets you in your feels, like really, really hoping to land that specific job, or you've got your heart set on moving to this country, or a project that means a lot to you. And you could possibly become disillusioned because of past experiences and how it turned out. Maybe there were a lot of people that sabotaged you, or a lot of things that got in the way. So you are already anticipating that it's going to be bad, or dealing with the emotions of if it doesn't work out, right? Whatever this is. And these are possibly fears that you might need to face right now. If you are in your feels a lot, or Aries is a fire sign, right? Pisces is a water sign. So if you are typically always fiery and passionate, or even if you are another sign and you're grounded or always in your head, then this energy might want you to use your emotions to manifest. So instead of dreading that you're not going to land the job of your dreams and feeling sad about it, you need to envision, visualize, make vision boards, speak about this thing in a positive way, like how amazing it would be if you landed this job, how it would make you feel, what you would do and feel, contemplate, and what it would be like in a positive way and not a negative way. Let's get the full moon meaning. So it's like these two are bookending each other. It's like the beginning and the end. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you may need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. So I feel like both is needed for whatever the situation is. If there's someone that you're really in love with and you haven't made the move yet, don't anticipate that they won't reciprocate your feelings. Or if you've broken up with someone and you're worried if you can fix it, but you really want to, but you don't think about how you acted in the past and how it didn't work and how they acted. Use that information to then take practical steps. Okay, this is what went wrong in the past. It doesn't have to be the same way. If this is something you really love, really want, is really for you, then use that emotion in a positive way to take practical steps. Easier said than done when you've been scarred or traumatized by certain experiences, but this is the advice. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. You're in a so you could be in a super romantic or super non-realistic state. Follow your intuition. It won't let you down, but something needs to be grounded as well. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. If this is about a relationship that this is what you're thinking and feeling about, this person is likely a soulmate. And then with this Pisces energy, there's also an indication of possible overuse of substances of some kind. So let's get some more. Let's see if we can get a specific scenario for you, Aries. It might be uncomfortable for you to be in your feels if that's not how you usually are. Give us a specific scenario or more clarity, please. The ascent, you might be on an ascension journey or just have reached the peak of something, peak of your career, peak of your life, a big milestone. We have the on-track card in reverse. So you might feel like you're out of time, things have been delayed or completely stopped, and then we have a birth. But I feel like the birth is right on the other side of... Okay, what I'm feeling like is you've summited something, you've reached the peak, and either now it's like, what now? Where to now? What do I do now? And it may feel like time has stopped, but it's time for something new to be birthed. What is this something new that needs to be birthed? Justice. What is this something new that needs to be birthed? Two major arcana. Justice and the Death card. This is about you having a major inner transformation and becoming more balanced. So you are balancing out a major aspect of yourself after an ego death or a spiritual awakening or a major change in your life, a ending and a beginning. So what practical steps do you need to take to birth this new, to bring some stability, force the stability into your life, to start building a new foundation? What needs to happen here? At the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is being ready to passionately go in the direction that you are being called, that your heart's calling, that your mind knows is the right way to go, and you're almost just waiting for the right opportunity. This is finally knowing. It's like coming to that energetic place of knowing that, okay, I've chosen a path. I am aligning energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally with this. And when the right moment arrives, I will take physical action, basically. So I feel like what can be challenging is while you are considering your options and meditating on what you're manifesting and balancing out your spirituality, which is basically, do I feel aligned with this? Does this resonate with who I am? Is this, do I feel good about this? Is there any fears blocking me? That's all the spiritual aspects. And then the practicality is taking steps. And I feel like the in-between phase can be tricky when you are waiting to take action and then the doubts and the fears start kicking in. And instead of anticipating a positive outcome, we can start anticipating negative outcomes. And in between, before something physical lands, comes in, is birth, that is a place where we need to stay balanced internally and not then suddenly start doing all sorts of things out of desperation or worry or fear. The in-between, the death and the rebirth phase I feel can be a little unnerving and disconcerting or uncomfortable. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. So you are birthing a happier, better life, whether this is spiritually birthing a new life or we are all in different places in our lives and not all of us believe in spirituality, but you are birthing something new. There's birth here and then there's death and rebirth here. So clearly something had to end in your life or change, not necessarily end or transform. It looked this way, now it's completely something different. Like you might have been a school teacher and now that job ended and now you're going into the corporate world. You might have been single and now you're getting engaged. There's a transformation, there's something that changes. You might be newly single, and instead of focusing on all the things the negative things that come along with being single, missing the person, whatever, having to readjust your lives to being without this person, you can anticipate having more time to yourself and new things that you can pursue, that type of thing. And then attracting the right opportunities. So if you meet someone and they tell you about an event and it's something that interests you and aligns with your core values, then say yes to it. If you win tickets to a show, then go. If somebody invites you somewhere, but in this in-between phase, don't take any opportunity just because there's a void, there's an emptiness, there's something, there's nothing happening, or you're afraid or alone or whatever that may be. It's a time to stay balanced, to know what your truth is. Your inner strength, your strength of mind, and your how well you deal with your emotions is really important in manifesting in a new world where we are not only living from a practical place, we are living both from a spiritual and a practical place. We really need to, I mean, it's new for most of us. If you've been doing this for a long time, you're probably, well adjusted to this. But knowing how to manifest and having healthy boundaries and being connected to your higher self and being able to understand your emotions, how you feel about things, and that matching that up with how the world works and what will practically be, what will practically work. It takes adjustment, it takes getting used to, but it is happening. If you're not sure, meditate, contemplate, sit with it, and when you do know, then take the inspired action. And that is your reading, Aries. I hope it is helpful. If it is helpful, please, I would love to hear about it in the comments. If you've made it this far, please like the video. And if you would like to join me again, hit the subscribe button so you will know when I upload again. Thank you, and I'll see you again in another video.